Welcome to another episode of Pointless Discourse with myself, Hoppocalypse, and Itisdpayne.
Oh shoot! I just realized this has so many ones. La Bas, Savai Kas, Savai Ka, and Savai Ki, which is hi, hello to a male, hello to a female, and hello plural in Lithuanian. I don't even know if I said that one right.
Yeah, and we have a special guest this week, TheKathyFeed.
Hello,
Hello.
it's me, the TheKathyFeed.
But yeah, so this week we'll be talking about TFT comps, and I guess 4.0 is the technical term, right? Because they've already announced 4.5.
They've been announcing a lot of 4.5 stuff.
Yeah, 4.5 is coming out January 19th.
Soon.
I think, yeah, beta test or like PBE is coming out like on the 5th.
Well, I know what I'm doing next week after that ball drops. Yep, everyone, if you're listening to it now, it's still 2020, even though you guys are listening to this in 2021. That's the next one.
I was going to say, I didn't know we were holding the episode for that long. 2022?
Look, numbers are hard.
Numbers are hard.
Yeah, but it's like that's all the promotion like I've been seeing, and it's just like it's getting me very excited for 4.5. And I was like, I can't wait to lose LP in another version.
New ways to lose LP.
Yep.
So, ever since.
Oh God.
Yeah. So.
Ever since. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you wanted to introduce yourself, because I don't think we have any special announcements this week, do we, Itisdpayne?
No, because people weren't in the Christmas spirit to give us reviews.
Oh no. Wait, how many were you looking for reviews?
Yeah, like we asked people. It's all good. Like it's one of those things for people who don't know. Reviews, especially on iTunes, promotes the podcast. So it's a free way to give reviews, and it allows more people to see.
Yeah, so. You're hosted on. Oh, sorry, I can't.
No, that was it.
I interrupted. Oh, you're hosted on Anchor, right? But do iTunes reviews still, are those like the best way?
Yeah. So like Anchor is like our hosting, and it sends it out to everywhere else.
Oh.
So yeah.
Yeah, so that we don't.
I thought it was like a standalone platform.
No, it's just Spotify.
Yeah, it's a way for us to have it on like 10 places without us physically uploading it to 10 different places.
Okay. So it's like DistroKid, but for podcasts.
I don't know what that is, but I'll agree.
DistroKid will like release on like Spotify, Apple Music, stuff like that for like music, I think.
Okay.
I think.
By that description, I will agree.
Cool.
But yeah, Kathy, tell us about yourself. And you know what? While you gather your thoughts, I will share my first memory of the TheKathyFeed. It was on Mixer, and I was like, let's find new friends. And I was clicking through, and I was like, I never watched or played that detective game I'm forgetting the name of.
Ace Phoenix?
Yes.
That it?
Yes. My brain was saying Ace Ventura, but that wasn't right.
Oh no, Phoenix Wright. I think I mixed them up.
Yeah, Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney.
Yeah. Ace Phoenix. Attorney, yes.
Yeah. Got it.
We're gamers.
Yeah. I'm a gamer girl. Trust. I can play 2.5 games. And one of them is, what is it? Candy Crush?
I never played it, so.
It's so much fun.
But yeah, to finish the memory was I was going through and I was like, okay, because for people who never were on Mixer, you had like 3 categories, and 2 of those 3 were battle royale games, and then the rest was everything else. So it was just like, someone's not playing Fortnite? Well, let's go in and see what's happening here. And I came in to Kathy, who has read text faster than any other human that I know. Because it was just like, as soon as it showed up, it wasn't even finishing like done. It's just like she was already like, okay, click, and I was like,
oh yeah,
I don't even know what they said. So and then from that point on, we talk about food and other random things throughout the year. ish.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Time's weird.
Yeah, has it been a year since we've known each other? A
Think
little bit
so.
more, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was 2019, somewhere around
Mm.
there. I know it wasn't
Wow.
2020.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's been a long 2020 though.
It really has.
It's been like
So I'm
almost
counting this
3.
as our 5-year friendship anniversary.
Cool. It's like the hyperbolic time trailer chamber from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What do I remember? I didn't realize that was like our first meeting. I think like I came into your stream during one of your meal prep things. No. You were playing a retro video game,
it might have
right?
been Mega Man.
Yeah, you were doing a playthrough of Mega Man, I think. And I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna hang out.
Hmm.
So it was nice. Yeah. And Payne is like probably the nicest person I've ever met.
I
So.
never met him, so I can't confirm.
Truly, you're never gonna meet yourself in person, but yeah, I think that's also what I miss about the mixer community is like how like open and welcoming everyone was. Like Twitch is also super nice, but it wasn't always that way.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
yeah.
trying to think. So, I know that so a peek behind the curtain, because like I did tell you this when we were setting up, was like, for people who don't know, Hop and I, we came up with like a list of people that were like, we would love to have them on the podcast, and Kathy was one of the first people added, and we were like, let's talk about food. Which, me now thinking about it after a couple episodes, I'm like, we have so many food episodes and all of them are cursed food episodes. Like, they're not bad episodes, we just talk about terrible foods.
Oh, have you talked about like the Jello foods?
We're gonna have to write it down. Hold on one second. I'm adding it to the talking list right now. Jello
Not
foods.
everyone was cursed. The Thanksgiving one wasn't cursed.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
I
Christmas
don't
was
know what
cursed.
Jello foods is, but I'm gonna find out eventually. Yeah, on Christmas we talked about candy canes, and Hop did. She
What I do
found some.
best.
She found some very cursed candy canes. One that like literally almost killed a family.
2 different reviewers.
Yeah, and those were the ones that could talk.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, if you guys want to hear about that, just go back
What episode
2,
is it?
3 episodes. It's whatever one's the Christmas one. I think that's. Let's see if we're up to 36.
It's just titled
35.
Candy Canes.
Yep,
Yeah.
just candy canes. We have a very
Over 20th.
complex naming convention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lit.
But but the reason why I mentioned that was that I know that you, like, I know we've done a few things with food, and then you were doing stuff with food. Do you still do stuff with food? Is there stuff you can share
Yeah,
about
of
foods?
course. Yeah, so I used to work in homeless services. Sorry. Wata. I used to work in homeless services, then I quit to become a food blogger / freelancer. And now, because I want to have money in my bank account, I work in social media management instead. But the social media management is for a family of restaurants. So I still get to like stay close to doing what I love. We do like, well, Payne's seen the actual brands. They're really like colorful. They're a family-owned like business, and they put a lot of love into like all of their dishes. So that's something I really enjoy. Except for the fact that it's the holiday season and there's like so many packages and like so many things we have to promote. But it's a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking about this the other day. It was like some of that stuff probably, like, because you were in the food vlogger and world, that you're like, you probably know how to connect with them and know what they're looking for and stuff like that. And so I'm like, that's probably a really good fit for someone who is doing that, to know both sides.
Yeah. Working on the social media management side and like working on the side of the restaurant, um, I can like kind of understand where like companies that I worked with were like coming from, you know, and like what they needed. So if I ever decide to go back into food blogging, I know a lot better. But it's really chaotic on the restaurant side, TBH. It's great though. And like our food is like so beautiful. It's like very, I feel like it's crafted to be Instagram-able, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, they got to. So, Hop, I will explain one of these things because I know I messaged Kathy and I was like, what the heck is this thing? It's like a drink, and they bring it out, and there's like a cloud of pink or blue on top of it,
Mm-hmm.
which it turns out it's just
Candy cane.
can
Candy. Oh no! Cotton
cotton
candy.
candy.
I was trying to
Bro,
think
like,
cloud and candy cane. I was like, the candy canes are not very
Yeah.
soft.
we were just talking about anything can be soft if you hit it with enough things.
Oh wait,
Food-wise.
is it not bright enough? Let me
I don't
check.
know. I wasn't looking at the monitor.
So that is what
Yeah.
it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a cotton candy cocktail actually. So it's an alcoholic drink. I don't think they can make it non-alcoholic, but they do have non-alcoholic drinks that are like equally beautiful, which I think is really awesome. It's also like really catered towards like families, I feel like. Yeah.
That way you can entertain the kids with the colorful drinks, as the parents are like, finally peace.
True, yeah.
But
Yeah.
but yes, I remember messaging Kathy about that. I'm like, what is this and what do you do with it? Because all the pictures that are shared online are just people like, ooh. And I'm like, well, what do you do with a cotton candy? Do you just eat it? Do you shove it in there?
I'm
Melt it?
assuming you just eat it beforehand, right? Or yeah, you could just like what and then make it a really
Yeah.
sweet drink.
Like that little gift that it's one of my favorite raccoon gifts where they give him cotton candy and he goes to wash it and he's like, no.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, when it like tries to rub it together and it's like.
Oh my goodness, what is my green screen doing?
You're just part of the universe now.
Yeah, that's true. This is a metaphor about how we are all one.
Yep. Okay, let's see. Did that fix it?
I think so.
I guess so. Zoom hates light.
Yeah, I can never get my lighting right for Zoom.
Yeah, I'm a lot more cool tone than I usually am, but I just don't know how to fix my camera settings, so that's fine.
Yeah, I don't have nice, cool backgrounds like the two other people in this call. I just have a block of green behind me.
Oh, well, this is fake, so.
That's green too.
No, it's just. Well, actually, if you take off the wallpaper, it's green underneath, which is why I wallpapered it.
Sounds good.
I could have just had a green screen, huh?
Yeah.
Dang.
You would have been. Oh, what's her name? Hachubby. She's like a Korean streamer, and she bought like this big like green screen that comes down from the sky of her apartment that she just hits a button and it comes down. And she was like talking to some other K-pop person, and he was like, "That's amazing." She's like, "I hate it."
Wait, why?
Because trying to remember what she said. It was pretty much something where like because a lot of her stuff is very real and stuff, and she's like, it doesn't feel real with the green screen.
That's fair.
And so she's like, she's not a fan of it, and it's like, yeah, everyone's different. So, but yeah, I don't know how long we've been going, but is there anything else that you would like the world to know about the TheKathyFeed?
Oh, I also stream. That's how we know each other. And well, we can talk about TFT later, but I was an IRL streamer only. Except for like the games I was trying to learn how to play, but I gave up on them because I was like, I just can't. Like the Steam sales, I got really excited seeing that Steam had a winter sale, and then I realized I don't play games, so it doesn't really like. I just saw the word sale. But yeah, I'll do like IRL cooking streams too. So like food's a really big part of my life. Whenever I go out, my friends tell me that I like make a lot of sounds when I eat.
Are they good sounds?
Yeah, I'm always like, this is good. and then I'll smack my. So I learned how to eat with my mouth closed because obviously like manners. But apparently I still smack even with my mouth closed, and I didn't know that was possible. But I just need like my teeth to be really far apart to chew, otherwise they won't chew properly.
That makes sense. I don't know. Now I'm going to be self-conscious of how I chew next time I chew to see.
Yeah. I'm always so aware of the spit in my mouth when I'm like chewing at like a nice restaurant or something. Back when, back in the day when we could go to restaurants.
Yeah.
Good times.
I found out the magic of DoorDash. And then I'm also finding out that people don't know my apartment.
That is fair.
Because I think like one out of every 10 people that come, I have to go out and hunt them down. And I was like, just give me my food.
Is it a confusing complex?
I don't think it's very confusing, but things are labeled weird, and there's no like signs pointing where to go. So like for me, who's been there and only goes right to my apartment, it's not very confusing. But if you come in and you're like, hello, where am I going? I'm like,
that's fair.
like, but yeah, there's that. I don't know. The last person that called, like, they were in their car and like I couldn't understand a word that they were saying, and then I found out it's because they were in their car by themselves talking to me through their mask. I was like,
oh.
I'm like, I respect and honor your desire to make sure that it's safe, but you are by yourself and I can't understand what you're saying. Just, please, like,
yeah, I don't know if I've ever like, yeah.
So, like, it's just one of those things where I'm like, all the food is wrapped in multiple layers of foil. I think you're good, guy, and it's in a bag.
That is true. Actually, I had a latte today, and they put they like sprinkled cinnamon on with their bare hands, and I was like,
they have bare hands, like with claws and everything.
Stop! You're such a dad.
You are the second person this week that has said I make too many dad jokes.
So I say pain a lot when I stream. Whenever TFT is in there, I'm like, oh, now TFT is gonna say what?
You're not wrong. It's one of my favorite things to do. Okay, well, guys, let's get this started. We don't want to keep Kathy up too late.
It's literally the earliest for me out of everyone here, I think.
Yeah, but I guess final question is, social media wise, where can people find you?
Oh, I'm at TheKathyFeed everywhere.
And we will make sure that is in the description below. So
thank you.
If you want to see cool pictures on the Insta or ravings of how she lost LP on Twitter.
I was so upset.
Yeah, I was streaming and I saw that and I was like, I can relate. Welcome to my world. I also just want to say, as we are very professional podcasters, I am also on Twitter right now looking, and Twitch streamers is trending for some reason.
Ooh.
I don't know why, but oh my goodness, is there a lot of people taking advantage of it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think last time someone got something trending that was, how is this allowed on Twitch? And it was just someone doing their own promotional campaign.
Yeah, that guy, I've realized that guy's done it a few times.
Wait.
So,
ooh, spicy.
Yeah, so there's just a ton of, oh, that's a lot of toilet paper. But there's a ton of people just promoting their own thing. And I'm like, okay, cool.
I don't even see it. Oh, maybe because like all I post, I don't really post about like streaming that much on my Twitter.
I don't know how I am. Well, I do post about streaming. Anywho, we're not here to talk about strums. We're here to talk about little people that don't aim the way they should.
Agreed.
Hecking auto chess. But yes, so then this is the point where we roll dice. So for any newer listeners here, we all roll d20s to see the order that we all talk in. Highest number goes first. And lowest number, if it's even, we talk about what we like first. If it's odd, we talk about what we dislike. And this is because Dpayne and I play a lot of tabletop RPGs, which reminds me I have planning to do because I have a game I run on Sunday.
Oh, it's time.
Okay. Well, I did
just pulled
say
up
this
the-
dice fails me. Go ahead.
Oh, I just pulled up the meta list so I can talk about it.
No problemo. Yeah, and I guess when we find out our numbers, I guess since Hop is the one that introduced me to TFT, Hop, do you want to introduce people to TFT if they haven't listened to our talk about 3.5 or never played the game?
Yeah, so TFT, for anyone who doesn't already know, stands for Teamfight Tactics. If you're familiar with League of Legends or Riot Games, it's in their universe where they take the League of Legends champions and decide to put them into an auto chess mode where everyone suffers. I mean, you have hexagons, you place the units on the board. They have different abilities. If you're familiar with like a deck building board game, it's got those kinds of mechanics. But either way, it's little AI units versus other little AI units, and you want to build the best team possible.
It's not possible.
It's hard. It's hard.
I have never liked a game so much that hates me.
It is a very RNG heavy game.
I think that's why I like it.
You
I
really
don't know
can't play
why
it the
I
same
like
way twice.
I do.
You try to.
Oh, there we go. There's my number.
Oh wait, are we rolling?
Oh yeah. Go ahead and roll.
Okay, I rolled.
What did you get?
14.
Hop, how about you?
I also got 14.
Well, then you guys can roll off because I secured last. So, as
What
I
did you
said,
get?
I got a 7.
Well, you
Okay.
cursed me. I just got a 7.
I got 10, so I guess I'm going first.
Yep,
Now
Kathy's going
I'm
first.
nervous.
And then talking
So-
about our dislike first? Because it was
Yes.
7.
Yep. So we rolled a 7, and by we I mean me. So we will be sharing our least favorite comp in. Almost said Discord. and whatever the game we just said we were talking about, Teamfight
TFT.
Tactics. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So
Am I starting?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I actually hate like the comp at like the top of the tier list or at the top of like the comp list, which is Dusk, because I can never transition into it correctly. And so I've lost every game that I've tried to play Dusk. Like I never hit Ribbon fast enough, and then I either like die too fast if I try to go like Dusk Sharpshooter, like Chosen Vane, or like Chosen. Even if like I get Chosen Thresh, I just like panic. I don't know why, because like I can learn all the other comps really well. But I don't know. I think it's because I always try to go Cultist first into Dusk, and then I don't know when to stop going Cultist. So I die.
Yeah, Dusk is really strong, but at the same time, like, there's a big gap before you can get like some of their other champions. Because for once again, for people who don't know, champions, they all cost 5. They go from 1 to 5 in the amount that they can cost, and 4 and 5 cost, which is half of the Dusk list, doesn't show up until very late game. And so
Yeah. So you have to be like pretty healthy until like level 8-ish. Is 8 when you start getting,
I think
You can
or is
get
it 7?
7.
7.
7,
Yeah,
you
I
get
can't
the
remember.
1% at the 5 stars. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, like Dusk is a weird one for me because I've done fine with Dusk, but I've never done well with Dusk. Like sometimes if I start with a Chosen Vane early enough, then I'll do Sharpshooter Vanguards into Dusk or Sharpshooter Keepers into Dusk, and that seems to like just enough health to get to top 4. And sometimes that's all you need.
True. Just get the positive LP.
Yeah. But no, Riven's
I
impossible
think-
to find. She's never there when you need her.
Yeah, and like everyone just snatches up Riven as soon as they get hurt, you know. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Uh,
it's tough.
I look at her and I was like, "You can leave now. I don't want you." I don't know. What was I? What was I building the other day that I used her for something? I probably lost.
A keeper comp?
I do like Kiefer, but yeah, it's. I realized when setting this up, it's not my the comp that I liked the most, but last one, Protectors was my favorite, and I'm finding out anything that gives like shields to pretty much a whole comp or to everybody or the majority of your people, I really really like, and so Keeper is definitely up there. But I think, yeah, how is the 5 cost? Whatever that dude's name is, I forgot his name. He has
Like a
the
legendary?
Yeah, he has the Emperor Azir.
Oh,
Oh,
I
his
love Azir.
units.
How come Azir is easier to find than Riven?
That's fair. Yeah, I'm not
and
sure either. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, yeah.
and
Huh.
then how come every time I want Azir,
He's
they give
impossible.
me Kane or or whatever the Lee Sin.
I love Lee Sin.
Every time I
He's...
get Lee Sin, I'm not building what he's good for.
Hey, Lee Sin is like good regardless, though. I feel like just to like throw in so he can kick out like carries and stuff.
Sometimes I don't know.
I
It
love
feels
it.
like normally I don't get that far in the game.
True.
How did you do yesterday?
um, Everything was a loss except for 2 games, and then I have a comp that is not recommended anywhere that I can pull off at pretty much any time if I get the right items
Oh,
and
what kind?
get at least a second. But it goes with the one of the comps that I choose, so I'll share it when I
Okay.
get up there.
Okay.
Okay.
So, but yes, there was a lot of loss, and I was like, why do I play this game? But I only went down once. Like I demoted to 4, and then I'm back up to 3.
Okay. Not terrible.
It's normal. Here's another good question because we all do ranked. Where do we all sit in the ranked system? I just said mine. Mine's gold 3.
Yeah.
I'm plat 4. I was plat 3, but I demoted yesterday, so we're gonna go back soon.
Yeah, I'm plat 3, been stuck plat 3 since hitting plat 3.
So if anyone is wondering whose word do we not listen to, it's me. um, but yeah, but going back to Dusk, like there's a lot of strong things that happen with Dusk, but at the same time, it's like if you don't have that chosen, I feel like if you don't have a Vayne or Thresh chosen Dusk early on, it's tough.
Yeah, I'm just bad at transitioning in general. Like, it's really hard for me to transition into any comp. I'm not going to talk about it as my favorite comp anymore because it doesn't exist anymore, apparently. But I could always trust Adept Hunter before, but now it's poofed off of the meta list.
There is one. It's you need Kindred and the Moonlight one.
Aphelios.
Aphelios. That is what I think the adept hunter is. Your carry is Aphelios, and then
Oh yeah, that's
Kindred.
Aphelios carry.
Kindred
Yeah.
has
Just
speed buffs,
dumped
but you need
dumped
the
turrets
Moonlight.
everywhere.
Yeah, but you need the Moonlight chosen for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I also like that one too, but that one never shows up either.
Aw.
That's
I
what
feel
I
like
was.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go
Oh
ahead.
no, I feel like a lot of people are playing Aphelios right now. I see it pretty often. Like they go Aphelios 4.
Mm-hmm. And he he was really good at the beginning, and then got a big hard what is it? Not buff.
Nerf.
The opposite
Debuff?
of buff. Nerf.
Nerf?
Yes. And then it started coming back. So
Yeah, he's pretty up there now.
nothing will beat Kane and not Kane, sorry. Misfortune and
Kale.
Kale.
I miss those so much. Whenever you hit the misfortune, you were like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah. I remember D-Payne, like, he learned that comp so well that when they were like, these two are so broken, they're just out of the game, D-Payne was like,
Now what?
How to survive.
I still got gold, if I remember correctly. I remember I got real frustrated at the end of set 4 or 3.5, where I'm just like, I got gold and I'm not playing it anymore. Like, I will do. Fortunately, when I was just done with it, they came out with a PvE for set 4, and so
set 4 has been really fun.
So, but yeah. Is there anything else you want to share about Dusk?
Not really. I think it's just hard for me to play personally, but it makes sense that like with a Riven carry, you would want like healing, and like just like a extra protection through cultists. But like yeah, Zillion, if you get like Riven and get Zillion, then Riven's like unkillable. In theory, because I've never gotten that far, but you know, I've seen it.
I don't normally look at those builds because generally the game does not like to give me a full set of anything unless I fight for it.
Yeah, I mean like I feel like I just conserve a lot of like econ, or I've been the people who coached me like really drilled into my head that I need to like make econ every round. So I'd be re-rolling the heck out of it at level 8.
I go back and forth on econ. I normally don't go below 20. But that's due to somebody that Hop and I read.
I thought he said roll down to 30 after you level.
It 20 to 30. He said okay. Sit around there. So.
Hop, what about you?
Yeah.
Right, so
what is your most hated?
So it's kind of on the same like topic of not being able to transition with it. I don't know how people play Fortune early game. I don't understand. People are like, oh, it's the strat. You lose 7 times, you get all the spats, and then you move on. I'm like, it makes me so nervous. I can't do it.
Just have to go early game.
Because like I remember when I've been playing TFT since set 1, and I remember watching Scara, and one of his early strategies was I think it's called fording, where you basically
open fording.
Yeah, open fording, where you throw in the beginning so you get the lose streak gold if you don't think you'll get the win streak gold. So that's where the Fortune players do well. I always just immediately lose anytime I try to open for it. So I had someone, he was sitting and we were talking TFT strats. He's like, oh yeah, I'll take a chosen fortune and then I'll run like the 6 fortune. And then when I decide that I've lost enough, then I sell all of them, rebuild my team, and take all the gold. And I'm just like, it makes my skin crawl. It's too much trust.
I wish I could say, I think I lost enough and then just stop.
Just stop losing.
Yeah. I wish I had that ability.
And I was just going to say, I've played against people in a lobby and I've watched them, like, they'll hit, like, 60 HP where they were using Chosen Fortune and then transition and then get first. And I'm just like, it's not how my brain works.
Yeah, there was a 6 fortune in my lobby, like, pretty late game, actually, yesterday in my last game. And they were first, too. And I was like, they're actually doing very well. But, like, 3 units had Thieves' Gloves.
Oh, so it was just items everywhere.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I know a friend of mine, and Hops met him, Lord of Envy. He used to do the Fortune as well. He used to do the Fortune run, and I was like, I'm like, that's too much trust in that the game is going to give you stuff you want.
Yeah,
The
and also
game-
like,
Go ahead. I was just gonna say the game has not shown me any reason why I should put any trust into it at any point.
Yeah, I think like for that, if they want to go like from Fortune into something else, they just have to be like a lot better at transitioning and like a lot better at rerolling than I am, because I'm really slow. I like manually read all the names across and then like I'll reroll. It takes forever.
No, so there was a stream where I coached D-Payne because, I think you were like silver 1 and I hit plat. So we
Yeah.
were trying to get you up to gold so we could play together again. And I would be sitting on the mic, reroll, reroll, reroll. And DPane's like, hold on. I'm like, no, there's no one there. I do the thing where if I know what unit I want, I'm only looking for that color border. So I'm not really reading anymore. I'm kind of just.
Oh, I'll pick up like units that might be useful in like the comp. And so I'm like, oh, I can't miss anything. Cause like when I panic, I also like miss things. So I have to go a little bit slower.
Yeah, I've gotten better at like finding units. The only problem is there's like 3 comps that I know how to build. And when I do anything that is outside of those 3, I'm just like, I don't know anybody anymore. What is a Garen?
Who are you?
Honestly, I love Garen. He's such a sweet boy.
He was supposed to carry for me last night, and
I'm so
last night
sorry.
happened.
It's okay. Last night happened for me too. It's okay. We're back. We're back today. We're alive.
Debatable.
Yeah, but no, I don't have like. I understand where fortune's useful, and I've played some comps where I have 3 fortune, and it's like bumped me enough a little bit. But like the idea of having a full fortune team is just, I don't vibe with it. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
I feel like people who play Fortune are the people in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime that say, believe in the heart and the cards. And then there's everyone else just saying, what are you talking about, you lunatic?
Seriously. Yeah. Those items are no joke, though. Itemizing correctly is something I had to learn. Because I was just putting items on random units. Or I was always picking up belts because I was like, I need them to be stronger so they don't die. But like all that happened was that my units would die slower, but they'd still die. Because I didn't have a backline.
You just wanted all the belts so you can be like a Final Fantasy character.
Peru. Actually, I was watching a game the other day and literally all they got were belts. I was like, this is the most effed up RNG.
Oh man. Okay. So I was playing the game yesterday and I got to that one where I don't know what the name it is, but it's like the first like big dude. And then there's the chance what?
Maokai?
No, not Maokai.
The complete item
yeah,
big
the
boy?
complete item kind of person at the end of the round. You can't choose him. He's just like one of the
the
minion thing, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Nexus or something?
I don't remember his name, but then there's like the rare chance that you can get 3 items. So when yesterday I was playing, I got up there and it was a 3 item dude, and I was like, did it really just give me this? And I was like, hold on, and I flicked through everyone's else. I'm like, did they get 3 of the same item? No, everyone else got useful items. I got 3 frozen hearts. And I'm like,
no.
I'm like, Gabe, what are you doing?
I mean, I feel like Frozen Hearts get on Pike, right? But 3 is kind of overkill.
It's excessive.
Yeah, so I had the front triangle of frozenness. And
you basically had Adept.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I had a very concentrated Adept. Oh man, but I was just sitting there and was like, wow, great.
Everyone's cold now. Cool.
So, yeah.
All right. So, what's your least favorite DPaine?
This might not come to a surprise for Hop since we play a lot, but oh my goodness, do I hate cultists with a passion.
Really? Why?
Yes, because I can never get them to work. Nah, it's just one of those things where I cannot do any build that requires 6 of one unit.
Oh, really?
In the case of cultists, 8.
Yes. Plus a chosen.
And a chosen.
For people who don't know what a chosen is, because that's a term we've been throwing out a little while, it's something new to the set where one of the units at random will automatically be leveled up to a 2 like their next stage, and they're a little bit stronger, and one of their origins or things that we're talking about now will be brought up to the next stat block. So it helps you get bigger comps and more effective things, and just kind of help you to be a little bit more fluid in building things. So that way you can be like, okay, I can hit this tier, and then I can build some other stuff. So, yeah, I I know where, like, for me, like, cultist, like, in the beginning are pretty nice. Like, I know I've played with cultist, and I got them to, like, if I get a 6 cultist, I'm like, okay, things are going well. It's just once I go from level 6 to level 7 where it all falls apart, because brain's like, well, put out another cultist. But the other part of my brain's like, put out something that helps build your comp. And then the third part of my brain's like, but what? Because I don't have enough people to put out get a whole nother comp. Unless I have like Androxus out, and then I could. Is that the right guy?
Aatrox?
Aatrox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Who the heck is Androxus?
I wasn't sure.
That's someone in Paladins? I did see you were playing Paladins on Christmas.
Yes,
Oh,
that is
okay,
someone
that
from
makes
Paladins. Wow. I think I said Androxus last night too while looking at Aatrox.
I love Aatrox.
Yeah,
He's, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you're real cool. You got the chains, pulls them in, just like, hey, buddy,
And
you're
then
like, nope.
slam.
Yes.
Remember Blitz?
Blitzcrank.
Oh,
The bane of every
Yes.
backliner's existence.
I do remember Blitzcrank.
Sweet boy.
He was
Sweet
only
boy.
good when he was on my team.
I can't believe he has a 1 cost, actually, now that I think about it. Like, he was such a good unit.
I thought he was 2.
Oh, was he too?
I think he was a 1.
I don't remember, because
Because he didn't really scale. His thing was just to, like, mess with
Yeah.
the lineup.
Yeah. It was just like his special ability.
yeah, I don't remember, but I don't know. I remember Thresh's old alt, and I loved Thresh's old alt, where
What
you
was
just he pulled people off the bench.
Yeah, when he was the 5 cost unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
it was one of my
remember
favorite things to do, where it's just like, if I couldn't get a 2-star Kale, or 3-cost Kale, I would get a multiple 2, or another 2-cost, and
That'd be
another
sad.
2-cost, or just another misfortune, and just be like, take my bullets.
Wait. Yeah, was he a protector?
He was
No,
something.
I think he was his own
Chrono. He was a
chrono for speed.
And
And then his own special thing?
I don't know.
He was a...
Yeah. While we're looking this up, for anyone also confused, because we've kind of mentioned the same character with different abilities, TFT kind of has seasons and sets where sometimes they bring back characters, but they kind of change their abilities and rarities and based on the abilities they actually have in League.
He was a mana reaver.
That's what it was, because he went with
He was like a little floaty boy.
he went with what was his name? He wore a dress and had a shockwave attack, and I forget his name, and I think he's coming back. Forget what his name is Cassidon.
Oh, he is
wow.
a floaty boy in a dress. Or, I don't know. Is he human? I don't remember.
Or are we dancers? something.
Yeah, because the other Mana Reaver I remembered was Darius, because, you know, Pogo Stick Boy.
I
don't wanna talk
love
about him.
Darius. I loved all of the pirates. I missed them.
All I know is I would sit there, and then Hop would show up, and hops would happen.
I actually forgot that Irelia
Opposite
was in
bully.
last one.
He's coming back in set 4 or 4.5.
Yeah.
I hated Irelia because Irelia wasn't that good in set 3.5.
She was kind of there to help other people be better.
True.
Oh, Swain's coming. Sorry. Now I'm just going to end up reading the Twitter. I need to stop. So, anything else to say about your cultists that betray you?
I will say that I remember getting 9 cultist a few times, and it is very, very cool. The coolest. But man, is there a lot of pain just getting up to that part. um, yeah, my comps that I have to build are just hodgepodge things just thrown together and like work. But yeah, like honestly, I have the same, like this argument against cultist isn't the only one that I will have the argument against. Hop is probably just going to hear this again because I pretty much say these all the time. Is like warlords is something I also have an annoyance with
Love warlords.
because of that reason. Duelists I will be mad at. Keeper when Riven is deciding to be a butt and not show up. Like anything that needs more than 5 units to get the next tier of awesomeness that it will give just hates me.
That's just it.
True. Just go legendaries.
I've seen people win like that. Just a
I have
bunch
to
of
get
5
there
stars.
first. Nah.
Yeah. There is someone I played against that like it was like last couple rounds of the game, and then they just like sold every single one of their units when Ezreal 3.
Wow.
And then like started building a legendary board off of that because they won off of just one S3. Crazy.
Yeah.
It was also a plat game though, so like it's like not the most advanced game. But
I don't know. People have done it to me. There's someone like the person that Hoff and I read on the Twitters. I don't know how to say his name.
I think it's Mean Keem. I saw that.
love him.
Yeah, the only reason why I think I'm pronouncing it correctly is he said he doesn't want to change his Twitter handle so that people, because Mean rhymes with his name, so it's his easiest way for him to tell people how to pronounce it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, in Viet it's pronounced like Gian, but it's like pretty close to Mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we read his things, and I remember I went and watched his stream one time because the stars aligned and I could see it, and the comp he was building was like, that's my comp that I force that no one else says. And I was like, oh, cool, I'm doing something right.
You're doing it.
So
Dang, now I want to watch him.
So that is, I'm pretty sure if we went into it, we could find something about every class and origin that we do not like.
Yeah, agreed.
But we are talking about the extremes here. And now it's time to go to our favorites. So, Kathy, what is your favorite?
My favorite? It used to be Adept Hunter. Those are like the only firsts that I got, I think. I really honestly like Vanguard Mystic Ari, or like sometimes even like Ari Carry in like a Mage comp. I know Veigar's like stronger, but it's just fun to watch Ari cast.
Which is probably everything.
Yeah, which is probably why I demote, because I'm like, ooh, I just want the pretty units. Actually, up until like maybe a couple months ago, I pretty much just chose like the units that I wanted to because they looked good, or like because I was like, ooh, I feel like it today. But now I'm actually like kind of sweating my games. Let's see. I like anything that like goes fast, so I really like Ashe carry comps. I don't like playing Duelist very much, but Duelist after like Lee Sin comes in is fun to watch.
Just watch him kick people off the field.
Yeah. Elder would kind of like, because Elder was just so strong, and I feel like whenever I play like Warlord, it's like if you like get a Cat 3 and like even if like the entire like front line is like dead, she can like come back sometimes, which is like fun. Yeah. I don't have like a super lot of experience playing because I only started playing like at the very, very end of set 3, and then I only played for like less than a month each time, and then I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. I think I'm back for good now. I'm a little bit addicted. This is actually the first game that I ever like played, like actually played on a regular basis. Everything before that I was like not interested in.
Yeah, I remember one of the people in your community, Temo. Is it Temo?
Tell me, yeah.
Yeah, where he's just like, I remember
For
making a comment, and I think I can't remember if it was in your Discord or your stream, and he's like, "You don't know the years I've been waiting for Gamer Kathy to start to come to light."
yeah, because Telmo has known me since I was a freshman in high school. And so
Eebies.
yeah, we actually used to play League of Legends together for like 2 years, but I was never like a serious player. I was just like play Morgana every time and like hope for the best, pretty much. So
If it
being
works, it
coached is
works.
fun. It works. If I had to choose like one actual favorite, dang, that's hard. Probably Ash in a
Dusk.
Hunter comp. I hate Dusk. Don't even mention Dusk to me. Dusk is dead to me.
Oh,
The
man.
day that I can win with a Dusk comp, I will eat.
Careful.
I'll eat.
This is recorded.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to think of something that wasn't too hard.
I will order stuff from the DoorDash or whatever you use over there.
I'll eat a stalk of green onion. How about that? I used to do that as a punishment as a kid, so it's actually like one of the worst things in the entire world to me.
You heard it here first, everyone. If you go watch Kathy's streams or if any of her coaches are listening now, make her win with the Dusk.
No. Well,
Okay.
if I'm being coached, it doesn't count, right?
Oh,
Because someone else is winning.
now it all comes down.
Oh no, I'm in danger.
Just think content, and then you can end up on
True.
one of those Reddit thingies that people say, "Hey, I found the people on here because you ate the green onion and said gross."
Is there a whole subreddit for that?
I don't know. I don't
Server
know.
for everything.
I don't know anything about Reddit. The most I know about Reddit is watching streamers look at their own subreddits for YouTube. And that's like, I don't know what
It's
the
pretty
site's
funny.
about, but all that I know is that there's memes and clips and just things that people are like, haha, I saw that.
If I had to only use one social media platform for the rest of my life, I mean, I guess Reddit doesn't count. It's more like a forum. But if I had to choose like only one website to visit for the rest of my life, it'd be Reddit. Sad.
You heard it here first, guys.
Don't shut down the internet, please.
Kathy wants a Reddit promotion.
Yeah, can I get a Reddit sponsorship? Thanks. What about you, Hop? What's your favorite comp?
So like I was thinking, I think it's kind of interesting. I know Elderwood is just blanket strong, but I think it's interesting that it's been strong throughout the whole patch, even though they changed who the carry is. Like you said, it used to be Ash, and then it used to be like Ash and Warwick. And then Warwick was his own carry when he was particularly broken. I remember that. But then, like, now it's evolved to be Mage. For a while, it was as long as you had Elderwood Brawlers, you could win no matter who your carry was, and you could throw in whichever carry. So I think it's kind of cool that the comp, they keep trying to change it, but it's surviving. Plus, one of my favorite things is I once had a Lulu who was 3-star, and she wouldn't die. She never killed anyone. But she kept stunning, healing, being gigantic, and then repeat. And I was like, please, Lulu, just give up. It's done.
Taking too long.
Yeah.
That happened last week. There was that person that had that going on. We're like, die.
I think that happened too, yeah. Oh, so I didn't realize that she healed. Is it like an innate ability? She doesn't need an item for it?
It's an adjacency thing.
Oh,
So when she puts the logs down to stun enemies, if the enemies are adjacent to a friendly, the friendly gets bigger and gets healed. So she was in the corner, and there were 2 assassins on her, and she kept stunning, healing, getting big, repeat.
If only she could do damage.
Yeah.
Well, now the carry for Elderwood is Vigar.
No, that's what I was saying. I think it's interesting that it's gone from hunters and Ash to brawlers to Vigar mages with a little bit of Dusk.
Yeah. Mage Floral is like so popular now. I feel like everyone's going Mage Floral now. It's also because like it's like easy to find like a mage chosen.
And you could easily like switch out the other mages. Like Vigar is the most important, and then Lulu for the Elderwood. But like if you can't get Lilia, you could put almost anyone.
Yeah, whatever will happen if I don't get a TF, right?
Well, normally Nami, I think, is what you would replace Dear Girl with. Forgot her name.
Lilia?
Lilia, yeah.
Yeah, I think Nami is best in slap, but if you can't, if somebody else already has a 3-star Nami, which is also popular, you could use. There's a bunch of other mages to go with.
Yeah.
Like Annie, double shotgun blast to the face.
I freaking love Annie. I like aggressive units in general.
I like just plopping her down in front, net between two brawlers that are just like towering over her, and then like she just shoots 2 shotgun magic blasts in people's faces, and they're just like, "Ow!" It's like, yes, I wish I knew how to play you in the actual league.
Oh yeah. Wait, no, Lulu's the one with the giant bear, right?
No, it's
Nunu and
Annie summons a giant bear. Tibbers.
Oh,
yeah.
That's why she shouts, "Have you seen Tibbers?"
So cute.
if Knight watches this,
He's gonna be disappointed in you.
yeah, because not Ash. I literally just forgot her name. Girl, Chinese.
Annie.
Thank you. I was like, legitimately forgot who she was. It's like one of his favorite characters. So.
Oh yeah, she's one of mine too.
Yeah.
Strong girl.
I like Ari Best Girl. Or as Hop likes to say,
Ari.
smooches for everyone.
She doesn't smooch in this current TFT set, but.
Oh, I see. But
Yeah.
she goes, pow.
Yeah.
Ooh, that splash and damage.
I do remember when Ari could, you just put her on the front line and gave her a GF and GF? Is that what it
GA?
is?
Guardian
GA.
Angel?
Yes. I was like, not GF.
Girlfriend?
I'm like, as soon as I came out of my mouth, I'm like, that's not right. It's G something.
She's something.
But yeah, you made sure you had enough for the mage bonus, so that way she would shoot two giant explosions and then come back immediately to shoot 2 more.
Oh, I love her. Oh, I love her.
But
Yeah.
now they changed that.
Yeah, when they got rid of the ability to cast while she was dying, that's when she dropped a lot in the comps.
True. Yeah.
Now I rarely see her in my board. I was looking for her last night and she didn't show up.
Just hiding from you.
It's like, this is very rude.
What about you? What's your favorite comp?
So mine is it's pretty much one that's I would say is like a sleeper one where I don't
A
think
sleeper comp.
yes, it's not on like it's there to boost a lot of other like kind of bigger comps and stuff, but it was a main one for a little while, but it didn't stay, and that's Enlightened. I realized that probably like 70% of the games that I do where Enlightened starts off, I do a lot better. And when I build comps, and I build it off of Enlightened, they go and like I'm just able to do a lot better. Because for people who don't know, Enlightened, they generate more mana the more people you get on there. So if you get a 4, like I remember I got a very early Aurelia, and I had Janna, Nami, and Fiora. And like even though like we weren't just like killing people like and just destroying them, the fact that we were just able to constantly just be producing alts because they were all 1-cost units, and they didn't have I think, does mana cost for alts go up when they level up? I don't think so. I don't know.
I think so, but don't they also generate mana faster? Or like Enlightened?
Yeah, well, Enlighten, that's what they do. Pretty much I was getting 70% mana, like, just like crazy, while everyone else was just like kind of moving forward. And it's like, you guys are meatheads, take all my damage. And I also had Nami was my carry, so
Bubble trouble.
yes.
Oh, good
So,
times.
but yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, one of the comps, like it goes two different ways depending on how it's going, like what I'm able to get. It's like the only one I'm able to be flexible on. But I will go 4 Enlightened, and I will get 3 Elderwood, where I will have a Maokai, and normally I'll have Tom Kench, and I'll replace him for Nuno, because that will give me the Elderwood, and I'll grab Lulu, and then it comes down to kind of what I'm given. But the one I prefer to go with is excuse me, Morgana. The Morgana enlightens, and then grab whatever her name is, Lux, and
For the
and have
Dazzler.
the Dazzler bonus. So like the comp isn't like any like of the big main damage ones. It's just a whole bunch of stat producing boosts
And slowdowns.
yes, and slowdowns, and just all of this like, and like damage reduction. It's pretty much a bard.
Supporting each other.
Supporting each other
That
and
is
hoping
cute.
things work out. And it's the only build that I'm able to do consistently and get into top 3 or higher. I don't like, it's just because I don't focus on anything, and it's, I guess when I do that, like my brain is just like I know Hop has heard me go into like, well, and I know when me and Kathy have played games, like we call it the TFT grumbles, where we're just like, okay, what do we need with this? Okay, I'm gonna go and grab this and put out an Maokai. Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool,
sometimes
that's cool.
if we're streaming together, I'll see Dpayne's chat going. I'm like, sorry guys, you'll have to wait a bit. We've turned into gremlins. Our brains are actually working now.
Yeah, my mod thought it'd be big funny, which it was. He's like, Dpayne is now he's a big streamer, so we're gonna put the chat into emote mode. And I was like, there's only like 3 of you, shut up.
Oh my gosh.
And so whenever like I was trying to figure out a comp and I didn't answer in like 20 to 30 seconds, he would just switch it over to emote mode. And I was like, you jerk.
I actually never have switched my chat to emote mode. Huh.
I think I've had a mod do it once or twice because I wasn't paying attention. Or I was getting too many of those bots. Do you want to be famous?
Yeah.
Now it's a meme with how I react to it. No, I don't want to be famous.
Who asked? Who asked?
So, but yeah, Enlightened. I like Enlightened a lot. And yeah.
Now I want to play Enlightened, just to try.
How dare you? They're mine!
I know, when Dpayne was really big into the Zed comps, I'd be like, I'm only holding on to the Zed to transition to something else. I promise. And then Dpayne would take
just
whatever.
grief him.
Yeah, no, and then Dpayne would grief me and go, ha, how does it feel? I'm like, wait.
And I still lose.
Honestly, it's my favorite thing when like I'm contested and then I check, or like I play against like the person contesting me and I'm like, huh, I'm stronger than you. I'm you, but stronger.
Hoppa said that.
Yeah, I do that a lot. I do that a
Where
lot.
it's just like,
I get stubborn.
I think one of the things I've heard Hop say multiple times when we're playing was just like, he has the same items as me. Oh, you put it on the wrong person, you dummy. and
then I win.
and then it'll be like 2 rounds later, it's like, they're losing. What do I got to do?
Yike! Yeah, itemization is so important. I never realized.
So, yeah. It's one of those things I also realize because my carry for that Enlightened build that I do is Nami. And so if I don't get Ludens, that's just like, oh,
Well.
it will.
True. 45 minutes later. Oh, was I supposed to cast?
So, But there was something like I know it was pretty interesting because I was reading about one of the comps. I'm trying to remember what it is. The cat thing.
The cat thing?
Yeah, Yumi.
I love Yumi! Healer girl.
Yeah. Because for the longest time, people were saying to put the blue buff on there that just generates more mana, so that way she's able to just be like badoop. But I was reading, and they were saying if you have like a mage build or somebody else that has really strong alts that needs to generate their mana, you give her the chalice, and if you put two of them on there, it's still very close to what a blue buff would be, while buffing the other people next to you,
making their ults stronger.
And quicker. They show up more. And so yeah, I was just like, I don't know if that's true, but it sounds right.
People are so freaking smart on TFT. I really don't know how their brains work.
I don't know how TFT works, but I like it.
But we have fun along the way.
I just like that I don't have to aim at anything.
Well, you kind of have to. Like, if you didn't aim at all, it'd be really hard to get anything on the board.
True. But I was like playing Among Us, and I was trying to, like the one little mini thing in Among Us, the task where you have to like shoot the rocks, the asteroids. I miss every time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if I played a shooting game, I would literally die immediately. Very unfortunate.
I'll admit, like, talking about another Riot product, I really want to play Valorant. Like,
why not?
I don't play it because of their anti-cheat, like, the way it just sits on, I don't know, the way it runs, and that's a totally different subject.
Yeah, no, I've taken classes and I understand all of it, and I downloaded it anyway because I feel like it's to a certain point where if people wanted my stuff, they probably have other sneakier ways to get to my stuff.
Fair.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where I made a big stink about it at the beginning, and I'm like, well, I'm going to keep making my big stink at the beginning.
I can't go back.
You gotta commit, yeah.
Yeah. Now, what's gonna hurt more is when their fighter game comes out, which I'll still be trash at, but I want to play.
I haven't played a fighting game in so long.
Yeah, you told me about your experiences with fighting games.
I mean, I can be really good at them, but it turns into one of those things where it's the only thing I do, and then no one wants to play with me anymore. Starts out as a fun, like, oh, let's play a couple times a night. Or a couple times a week just for fun. But I also have the opposite where I have friends that are like really good at Smash and I refuse to play with them because they're way too good.
Yeah. It's not fun anymore.
Yeah. I turn into the person.
I
become who I never wanted to be.
You know, I've never had that happen before. But I'll let you know once I do.
Sometimes I can't tell if Itisdpayne feels that way with me in TFT.
If I felt that way with you in TFT, I wouldn't play anymore.
There were some nights and some comments. You're not denying.
So anyway, what's everyone's third favorite comp?
Trying to distract.
Now, if
Look, a distraction!
Honestly, though, if I stopped playing with you every week if I stopped playing with you because of like what I say and like all the complaints that I do, I wouldn't be able to play with anybody. So, like, as I tell other people, like, TFT, if people want to see the closest to Salt Pain, then this is what you want to watch. This will be the closest you get to it.
True. Actually, yeah, I haven't seen you tilted in any game besides like when we play TFT. But even then, it's pretty like laid back tilt.
Yeah.
It's very grumbly, but it's not actually mad. Like,
because I'm live, I'll be nice.
Yeah, I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh wait, I lost against the guy. He's like, you're in third place. You lost to the guy. I'm like, what?
I said that to Kathy too. We were playing it one time. She's like, "Oh no, I lost." I'm like, "You're still in first."
And then I think in that game I proceeded to go like 6th or something. So
yeah,
I knew it was the beginning of the end.
when I say that to Hop, she's like, "Shh, stop it, buddy, stop, no."
Well,
Ugh.
I also have, I don't know how the game decides, but I'm almost always the one that kicks Deepane out of the game. So I think it's more often than not that I face you and you have 10 HP and I just don't look at the screen. I just look away.
Well, it's not like you would change anything anyway.
All's fair in love and pain.
What?
And TFT.
Haha.
Like, I think my reaction would be, like, I remember seeing a clip of Toast playing Among Us with Saikuno, and like pretty much there was like Toast like went in and just said that Saikuno was venting, and they're just like, they didn't believe him, so they voted him off. And then Saikuno's like, guys, that's not fair. Okay, you know what? Come here. And he showed like other people, and he got himself voted out. And he's just like, goes right over to Toast because they had proximity chat going, and they're like, there you go, Toast. Like, everything's right. And he's like, why'd you do that? I don't want your pity. And he's like, how dare you do that? It was just like, I think if Hop did that to like make sure I could stay in the game, that would be my reaction. It was like, I don't want your pity.
I want this to be a fair fight. What are you doing?
I want something to complain about.
Wow. I think I've only gotten tilted in TFT like maybe once or twice. Oh, but my computer, okay, first of all, I don't know how to uninstall bloatware. So my boyfriend actually did it for me like recently. But before that, my computer was really slow. And so like my computer froze in the middle of playing TFT, and I was doing like decently well. And then it threw away my Dusk Chosen, and it was a Dusk comp. And I just went 8th, like pretty immediately after that. Because I couldn't find any more Dusk, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm panicking. I can't do anything. Okay, well, goodbye.
That's a big feels bad.
Is this when your community took a screenshot of you playing TFT for 24 hours?
Oh, no.
And you left it idling? And you're like,
oh, yeah.
It was your rage quit, and you're like, I'm not even going to close the game?
Oh, I think it's just because I forget to like turn it off at the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because my client's just up. Just out, just chilling.
There'll be times where like I'll get on Discord and it'll be like, Kathy's playing League of Legends. I'm like, I don't even know if Kathy's awake right now. Like,
yeah, I probably am not.
So
I've been waking up super late too.
I can relate to that because I don't have to work this week.
Yeah, how's it been to like not have to work?
I am already dreading next week when I have to go into work at early.
Yeah. Today I woke up at like 10:56 and I was like, I am a piece of trash. Because I used to wake up at like 7.
I won't say when I woke up.
Well, to be fair though, like I don't have to work like the same hours you do. So like this is like your rest week sleep hours. This is just my normal sleep hours every single day.
The problem is I already have trouble falling asleep as it is. So I'm like, I need to get close to that time again.
Oh, true, yeah.
So, but that is what it is. And this isn't Sleepcast. That's a totally different podcast that probably exists.
It is what it is.
But yeah, those are our top and bottom. You know what? Something that we gotten a little bit out of practice is just sharing just a review of what our tops and our favorites and least favorites were. So I got a YouTube comment.
You got
just showed up on my phone.
Exciting.
Hmm?
Oh, exciting. Sorry. I'm literally just playing with the string at the bottom of my jacket.
That's all good. I've been playing with this dice and reading Twitter the whole time.
Nice, very nice, very relaxing.
Well, the thing that probably still cracks me up was like the first podcast that we recorded not live. Mm-hmm. Me and Hop just read Twitter in between our like, it still sounds like a whole thing, and then it was just like this one point where I refreshed Twitter, and like there was a thing I was looking for because I'm like, oh man, I wanted to say something on their page. Mm-hmm. And Hop already liked and commented on the same thing, and I was like, I see what you're doing.
I caught you because I too am doing the thing.
I wanted to do the same thing. I don't remember what episode that was. So.
Wow, I want to find it. Is it in the episode?
Oh
Like,
yeah, it's
you
in
catch
there.
it?
We do very
Okay.
little editing.
Okay, very chill.
The most editing that we did is when the power went out, and I had to go. I was
Yeah,
like,
you had to slap the two halves together.
yep. It was fun though because like
Oh, okay.
I kept because Hop kept talking for a little while because I like for whatever reason like not that like she didn't know I left. It's just like I don't know, just like we're not always talking over each other.
Yeah.
And so I was listening back to the audio and she's like, yeah. Oh. Itisdpayne broke.
Well, like, because like you said, we don't always look at our monitors. Like you're looking at the webcam, or at least when we used to do it live, we were also looking at chat. So I was like talking about my opinion, and then I look at Zoom, and he's just not moving, and I was like, wait.
All right, Rob. Maybe he was just trying to trick you, and he just didn't have anything else to say. And 20 minutes later, oh, I thought of something.
I do that in Zoom meetings. Like I remember I was sitting like in a Zoom meeting once where I was just like, I'm gonna be as still as possible. I'll just stare right into the camera as long as I can, because if I have a ring light on my camera, and if I move my glasses a certain way, they can't see my eyes. So I'm like, that's how I'll blink. I need to breathe.
Breathing is a little bit important.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I guess quick review. If for some reason if someone just decided to skip to the end to find the answers, we will allow them.
TLDR.
It's like in the school when you would just flip to the back of the page, the back of the book, and find all the odd answers, but never the even ones. Did your guys' textbooks have that?
Yeah.
Nope.
Did you look at your textbook, Kathy?
I was in political science. But no, it just had all the answers. No?
A lot of my math books, it was only the odds, and then the teachers would purposely give us evens to do for homework.
I think the odd one, like the reason they did that is so you could make sure that you were doing the math right, but then still have work to do.
You have to do the math.
I see. Okay, makes sense.
But then again, I'm old.
They've changed Common Core so much since I was in like grade school.
I don't even know what Common Core is.
Just like the way that like classes are taught, I guess, and like what is taught, and like how even like math is taught. Just a lot of techniques I never heard of.
Yeah. Math
Back in my day, we just did multiplication tables.
Back in my day, math was called, well, you might fail out of middle school, kid.
I used to think I was super smart because I was in advanced math, and then I got to high school and I was like, I'm going to take calculus AB twice because I'm too scared to take BC. Good times.
So, but yeah. What so if you wanted to review, what was your most liked and disliked comps?
So my most liked comps, I feel like I kind of like skirted around that question because I don't have a super favorite. Did I? Oh.
I closed my thing, so I can't remember.
Just any Ash carry would be my favorite. And least favorite is Dusk because I'm bad at it. So my reasoning is because I'm bad at it, not because it's a bad comp. And I'm selfish. What about you, Hop?
Yeah, so my favorite I picked was Elderwood. Just more so, like, yeah, it's strong, but I just think it's interesting how it's kind of evolved through the patch. Where as they change who the carries are, like Elderwood is still at least an A in most cases. My least favorite is Fortune because my brain don't work that way.
Agreed.
I think what's also interesting is like how strong Elderwoods is. Like them as a whole never got debuffed or nerfed.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because there was also one or three very clear powerhouses, just sharks that were just living in the water.
They were like, if we don't take care of these characters, like Warwick had that hot patch.
Oh yeah,
with the static shiv bug.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss Warwick. Warwick's still pretty strong though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just not
what
I
was sad about when Jarvan was super OP that one day in TFT, and it was the day I wasn't able to play in set 3.
I was like,
No!
hey, D-Payne, protectors are S tier. He was like, what?
And it was the week I couldn't play. Like, I remember I wasn't able to play, and I was like, and protectors was my favorite. And I was like, the one week where they are amazing and had to get a hot patch was the week I couldn't play and be like, my
Right.
boys.
Yeah, I miss Darkstar in general. Darkstar was cool.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what I miss? Void Brawlers. Sorry.
That was another
Anyway,
good one.
D-Payne, what was your favorite and least favorite? Not bad.
That's all good. My favorite is Enlightened, and my least favorite is Cultist. And if I play a game with any of you listeners and you take my Enlightens, banned.
I'll just play cultists against you.
That's all good.
As long as I don't take your units,
I will.
it'll be a good compromise.
I will leave all the dusk for you.
I'll wait until there's like all but one Nami out, and then I'll take the last Nami, so you can't go Nami 3.
Guys, this is the last time we'll have Kathy on the podcast.
Kathy has disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
No, it's all good. I'm used to people also taking my comps, and that's not anything against Hop. It's just when I play, it happens. And for anyone that also made it this far, I really do like the game, just, even though I have a lot to complain about.
It is a fun game indeed.
It's the one game I will complain about, and I like it.
It's the only game I care about, besides Gardenscapes, which is basically Candy Crush with a storyline.
They have a storyline in Candy Crush?
No, it's like if Candy Crush did have a storyline, then that's what Gardenscapes is.
My brain is translating this to like, we got to crush this candy before it gets in that toddler's mouth and rots his teeth out. Okay, George, let's get it.
No, like Gardenscapes is like, oh, you have to go to your rich aunt and uncle's house, and they want you to help rebuild their garden. And so in order to do that, you have to make money. And in order to make money, for some reason, what you're going to do is match 3. And so each level, you make money. It's great.
I wish it was that easy to just make money.
I know. Oh, or, you know, I don't know. I literally can't think of an easy way to make money.
Rob Bank.
True, but then that carries the issue of like possibly dying.
Nah, it's street cred.
I was gonna say, it
True,
depends.
true.
What decade are you robbing the bank?
All
of the decades.
Oh.
I will be the bank itself.
Just rob yourself. True.
What are they gonna say to me now? It worked in GTA once,
Ooh, I haven't played
maybe
that
3 times. I don't know. I never played GTA seriously.
yet. I don't play like GTA roleplay. That'd be fun, I think.
I played GTA 5 online once with my brothers, and all we did was hit each other with cars and play tag on a skyscraper.
It sounds like a GTA Online.
Wow, I want to try it now. Maybe we can play together. Who knows?
Maybe. Like, the big question is, will your computer be able to handle it?
Yeah, my computer can't handle Phasmo and streaming at the same time, so maybe not.
Part of me wonders if that's more if that's less the computer and more that Kathy doesn't want to deal with Phasmo.
I tried to do it during that one charity stream.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
And it
ow.
is what it is.
That times.
Yeah. It's not for everybody. But so
Lit.
let's see. Brain works like this. So one of the things that we normally do when we have a guest on is that we have them like what we normally do is that we'll roll for the next topic that people will vote on our Twitter. So we were wondering, you'll actually be the second episode coming out in the year because unless we totally mess up our next recording thing. But if timelines work out,
I believe.
yes, you will be. Now I gotta look at a calendar because I can't picture dates. That's December. Please go to 2021. Thank you. So the 11th. So far
Mhm.
away.
How do I roll?
So what you actually roll is a D10. So if you just Google, I think Dice Roller D10,
Got it.
there
Mhm.
you go, and we'll let you know what it lines up with. This will be going against the last time Flight of the Conchords.
Okay.
So what number did you roll?
5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. Cereal. So
Oh, the
yeah.
podcast?
Yeah, so what we do is like on our Twitter page, twitter.com/pointlessdisco, we will have a poll up.
Mhm.
Feels like it's been forever since we've done this,
Mhm.
but we let people vote on what they want to hear us rant and rave on.
Mhm.
And so if one loses 3 times, it goes to the loser bin, and then once
Mhm.
there's 2 in the loser bin, they have one final face off
Before they're gone forever?
before they're gone
Mhm.
forever.
Understood.
So
Lit.
I will admit, there's one that has the potential to go to the to the loser pit and go for its final face off.
I'm looking at your Twitter and I think I know which one it is.
And between the two, I'm looking at them now. If it goes to the loser pit and we have that face off, there is one that I am hoping way more makes it than the other. But I am not
Okay.
going to say, because I
Yeah.
know as soon as it leaves my mouth, people will automatically vote the other.
Yike.
But yeah. So I guess in closing, um, as I try to find what I was looking for. Hey Kathy, do you want to just share like where they can find you and if you're planning on doing any stream stuff or any stuff you want to promote?
Sure. I don't really have anything to promote. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at TheKathyFeed. And I do charity streams pretty regularly for someone named Robert. Sorry. I do charity streams pretty regularly for someone named Robert Gillespie. You can find him at NFFC65 on Twitter. He's a single father who has 3 forms of cancer right now, and basically like sold all of his assets and like his multiple houses, and like lost all of his money and is in like a ton of medical debt trying to stay alive and like take care of his son Marcos. So if you ever stop by a charity stream, even if it's just to chill, you don't have to donate, but just to like hang out and support, I would greatly appreciate that. But I don't have anything to promote for myself. So
Is there like a link or a donation like link for that we can post in the description?
So it would just be going directly to his like his PayPal or his Venmo. But you can go to twitter.com/nffc65, and you'll be able to access like all the information about him. There's like articles written about him, and then just like there's like 4 or 5 ways to like donate through like Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and I think it has something else, but I don't know what it is. It looks like an old person donation.
Is it called sending in a check?
Perhaps. Yeah.
I'll just ask you if you could just message me that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Then we can put that in the description. So yeah, guys, definitely if you're able to, you can help out.
Okay, sent that to you. And yeah, if you're not able to donate, just like coming by, get the numbers up, or retweeting him. Yeah, thank you both so much for having me on. I appreciate it, and it was like a ton of fun. I obviously am not like good at TFT in like the overall sense compared to like the people that I watch who are all like challenger, but it's fun to talk about it among friends. And
like, I was about to say, like with your comment, I'm not as good. I'm like, you are literally a whole tier color above me.
yeah, but I also have a fleet of coaches.
That is true.
Yeah.
If you watch Kathy stream it, you'll hear at least 2 to 3 other voices in there to be like, don't do that.
Yeah, I'll be like, maybe I should sell my children right now. And they're like, no. But it's a great time.
Yeah.
It's always
And then they'll
fun.
even write it in chat too, and I'm just sitting there, I don't even know what's going on. Like, whatever. So, yeah.
Well, I have a hope for your next topic, but I will keep it to myself so as to not influence your listeners.
Well, once we hit the end recording session, you could share.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess now we can go through our normal wrapping up thingies. I think Hop normally says these. I don't know what.
Yeah, it's pretty much just, again, thanks again for listening in, and it was a joy to have you on, Kathy. Always a good time to have guests, and TFT is always fun to talk about too. And yeah, so the only other thing I can think of is reminding people that if you'd like to see a live show from us again, streamed live on Twitch. For every 10 reviews we get on iTunes or other similar review sites, wherever they may be, we don't know how to check other ones. We'll schedule out we'll schedule out a live show, and if you do happen to review on anything that isn't iTunes, you can find our Twitter at twitter.com/pointlessdisco. We'll have our surveys up there, and you can send us any reviews or things like that you do for us.
Oh, I just remembered someone wrote a comment thing on one of these shindigs.
Oh, just the shout out.
Yeah, that's another thing. If you guys write a comment on and it's not Hop and I commenting on our Twitter page, if you guys write a comment, we'll read it out. And I almost forgot, it was off the last poll for 90s toys versus Flight of the Conchords songs. 90s toys won, and Lord of Envy wanted us all to know 90 toys hands down, so we know what he voted.
Okay, good to know. I'm gonna start commenting on all of your stuff.
We will read them.
We will. We have tried to explain gifts before. That was a time.
Yes, we have. Sorry, there was a very disturbing picture that showed up on my Twitter. I'm just gonna scroll down.
Okay, I do have to head out. Sorry.
That's all good.
Yeah.
We're just closing the podcast now, so. But yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for having me. I don't know how to end things.
It's all good.
Yeah, but it's exciting. This is a lot of fun, and it's always nice to talk.